which means Unscramble has now closed for today. My fingers are crossed that it's going to be your name that we pull out of the hat later on for your chance to win an annual family pass to Folly Farm. Just one of the great adventures that you can get up to when you're spending your time here. And something else that you may enjoy if you're out and about in Pembrokeshire is enjoying our wonderful coastline and our rivers, such as Denise Martin, a regular listener to The Breakfast Show. She's always out in Freshwater East. And someone else who knows all about our wonderful coastline and the rivers, because she's chronicled 28 coast, river and waterfall days out, is Nia Lloyd Knott. Good morning.
Morning, Tom. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us on The Breakfast Show with Folly Farm to tell us all about your new book. And for those that are watching this on social media, the book is gorgeous.
Yeah, we've got a really wonderful illustrator that does the covers of these series, and I think he's just captured Pembrokeshire, the Pembrokeshire coastline. I mean, it's all of the West Wales coastline, the book, but that's so evocative of the coastline, the emerald waters and the thrift on the cliffs. I think he's done a really great job, hasn't he?
Really has. And I do wonder, the red swimsuit, is that a bit of your trademark?
Well, the Wild Swimming Walks books, they're all a series, so they're all over the UK. And it's the iconic lady on the front in the red swimsuit. She's in all of them, so she gets about a bit in all of these books. But yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
It does look fantastic. And what was it then, Nia? This is a series of swimming all around the UK. West Wales. What are some of the? First of all, why West Wales? I've got an inkling. And what was some of the things that maybe surprised you or caught you off guard and thought, oh wow, I can't wait to share this with others?
Yeah, I mean, I think West Wales, Pembrokeshire has such a long swimming heritage. So people have been flocking to Tenby for centuries. The Victorians used to come and bathe, they'd use bathing machines and it was all very formal. And, then there've been regattas, so in places like Solva and in, I'm trying to think of the name now. All these names are going to go out of my head. But there've been regattas with swimming competitions. Some of them have been established for a century or so. So there's this really long swimming heritage. And then, of course, you've got more recently, like the blue tits flocks as well. So, I mean, there couldn't have been a more appropriate place for one of these books to be based on.
Yeah, I've got very fond memories of taking part in the Little Haven Regatta that's taken place. That's my home village, and I know that Dale has got a rich history of sailing out on the waters there. And these are just some of the places that make an appearance in your book. In fact, the Dale Peninsula is number 6 in your book. And we were just talking Reverend Sophie with our Regatta Tuesday, which I think you listened in to towards the end there. Her church is literally running alongside the Cleddau at Llahadam. And it's easy to forget with our coastline where we can swim in the sea that actually we've actually really blessed with lots of rivers that we can take a dip into.
Yeah, absolutely. So river swimming's completely different to coastal swimming, and there are lots of really wonderful things that differentiate it. I think the wildlife's completely different, and the environment. There can be days where the coast is really blown out and the waves are really big, but inland it's gentler. So it's definitely an insight into a different side of the countryside.
Yeah. And how did you get into curating these books then, Nia?
So I've been a guide in Wales for 9 years, and I grew up going in the sea rather than wild swimming, just going in. And then through walking, it'd be a boiling hot day and you'd arrive somewhere and you just see this glittering body of water and think, right, I need to get in there to cool off. And so that's how wild swimming started for me. And then just through my work, I knew that this series existed, and I thought, well, we need these for Wales because we have everything. And also, wild swimming and wild swimming walks deserves the kind of guidebooks that maybe rock climbing or cycling or other activities have, because grown so much in popularity. So I think this guidebook's packed full of safety tips, full of environmental education, full of the culture and the history of the areas as well. So I think it's really important that people kind of get a full picture of the activity that they want to do.
Yeah. And you've hit the nail on the head as to why, when I was going through this book, as to why, to me, it stands out above like another book that says, oh, go here, it's very nice. You actually give good details as to what to look out for, what's nearby, should there be any issues, and how you can enjoy the local community. And for those that are on social media, because we know, living here, we know about the Blue Lagoons at Aberystwyth, we know about the Trevines, but we don't necessarily know about those rivers going back to it. And I just want to show up the pictures that you've been able to capture on your journey through these different venues are amazing. You've had a wonderful photographer come out and join you. What a great day out you would have had as a team.
Yeah, I mean, what a dream project, really, in a lot of ways. I can't tell you how much work went into it as well for a little book. It took 2 years of my life, but yeah, essentially for me, I've just got a book full of memories of amazing days out, and some not so amazing. Sometimes things would go wrong. Yeah, sometimes you would just you'd plan a route and you'd think you'd know that it would work, and you'd get there, and I don't know, the public footpath on the map had overgrown 10 years ago, and there was no getting through brambles head height. And yeah, so all sorts of things go wrong when you're recceing these routes. But yeah, just some amazing memories.
Yeah, we're so glad that you did. The directions page on each of these walks is brilliant, because you've got the OS map, you've got your different you've numbered them so you know the direction you're going in, and you've marked the places that you can swim. So this is the St. Non's and St. David's, for example, where you start off in the city and then you head out towards, just want to get this right, you head down towards St. Non's, and then you drop down the cliffside. And for those that are on social media, you actually see the map and where to go.
Yeah, so I think the maps are really good. I'd always recommend, if you can, taking an OS map with you as well, just because they've got that much more detail. But if you're doing one of the shorter walks, certainly the guidebook alongside with the map in there is fantastic for getting you around the walk. And that walk in particular is really interesting because that's the spot that you just walk past on the coast path and you'd never know that was there. So it's the route and looking for the swimming areas has really kind of opened up areas in a different way. You get to places that perhaps you wouldn't.
I love that. You found some hidden gems around here, including places like Dale Head and other things where you just might, oh yeah, I'll take a walk around the coast path, but it's too sheer, or I'm not sure about the water here. You've done the hard work for us. And I have to ask before you go, what was your favourite?
Oh, everyone asks me that, and it's so impossible because everywhere is beautiful. I think one of my favourite memories perhaps was a really early morning swim in the middle of the summer. In fact, it wasn't the middle of the summer, it was September. And we had this lovely warm weather week, which was really unexpected because the summer had been a washout. And I was swimming off a point, I think it was on the Abermawr and Aberbach walk, and it was just like I felt a million miles away. And I came away from that day and just felt like I'd been on holiday for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that one was probably my favourite memory, but I can't single out, like, Pembrokeshire, how beautiful it is.
Yes.
Yeah, everywhere's beautiful.
Yeah. And well, there's lots of writing about the mental health benefits of being near water and on the coastlines and immersing yourself. And you've compiled it excellently into this book. Denise Martin, you just mentioned the blue tit chill swimmers. I mentioned Denise earlier on. On my way to find lots of places on our swim trip with the blue tits, there's a wonderful community of people that are enjoying it. So if you're worried about doing it you should never really do it by yourself. But if you want to go with people who know what they're doing, the blue tits are a great starting point to get involved in that. And also there's other people keeping us safe in the water at the beginning of the book, you've got a nice little resource guide to make sure that things are safe. And of course, there's no secret. There's an issue with pollution in our waters at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah. So first on the safety point, there's several walks on this book that call in at lifeguarded beaches. So that's perfect for people getting into this for the first time. And as much as I wouldn't recommend anyone just get in a car and drive without ever having a driving lesson or putting on their seatbelt, Wild Swimming Walks is the same. You need to build up to your confidence and your abilities, and there's always going to be risk. So bear that in mind. There's a lot of safety information in there, but you do have to make your own judgments. Not all of these places are always going to be safe. Rivers, for example, can flood after heavy rain. And also they can have sewage or pollution runoff, all sorts of different pollution after heavy rain or in low water as well. So yeah, that further information section has got some great resources, groups you can join, such as the Blue Tits. And then it's got links to Surfers Against Sewage, the Safe for Seas and Rivers Service, and Rivers Trust. Adventure Smart, which is a campaign to prevent or reduce preventable accidents in the outdoors. There's lots and lots of resources in there that you can use.
Amazing. And if someone wants to get their hands on this book, where can they get it, Nia?
So I have copies for sale on my website, which is wildtrailswales.com. I don't know if I'm allowed to advertise that, but you are. And then there is, it's online everywhere, and it should be in local bookshops as well throughout the area. It's pretty widely available. It's available on the publisher's website, Wild Things, as well.
Amazing. And we've got this copy here. I think that there's some murmurings about we're maybe going to try and raffle this off or prize this off for someone, one of our listeners too. So you can enjoy these Wild Swimming Walks, South Wales, 28 coast river and waterfall days out. We often forget that there's waterfalls within driving distance of where we live, but there's some beautiful waterfalls around us. And of course, they usually come with nice little pools to bathe in.
Yeah, absolutely. So most of the waterfalls in this book as well are friendly little waterfalls in good conditions. They're not, the big scary ones where you have to be really careful. So perfect for a dip on a long walk when you're boiling and you arrive in a little mountain cascade and you just want to get in and cool off. They're absolutely perfect. But yeah, waterfalls, they're more around the area of West Wales than you might think. Everyone tends to think of waterfall country in Banau Brycheiniog and more in Eryri as well. But yeah, they are around in West Wales.
And you can find them easily in this book. Nia, thank you so much for joining us here this morning on The Breakfast Show with Folly Farm. When's your next adventure?
Oh gosh, I think this weekend I will be out. It's not long now, is it? Because we've had a short, it's Monday today. Is it Tuesday? Nobody knows.
No one knows. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you're listening and you want to get your hand on this very book in my hands, stay tuned. We'll have details as to how you can take it home for yourself. Nia, thank you once again. Have you got a song that you like? We've already played Waterfalls by TLC to tease you coming up. Have you got another one?
Oh, I do. But can I think of it off the top of my head? I love anything by Foals. Do you know Foals?
Foals. Yeah. Let's have a look. I'll see what I can find for us
They've got one called Night Swimmers. That's really nice.
Night Swimmers. I'll see what I can do for you during our job finder with RM training. It's coming up to 10 to 10, 10 to the 10 to the 10, 10, 10. Nia, thank you so much. Have a great Gratitude Tuesday. It's been a joy speaking with you here this morning.
Thanks, Tom. Thank you.
Get your annual pass